Yes,
hello
man.
there. And we are live. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another. Actually, it's a new show today. Actually, Rods, I actually did not tell you about this, but this is a new show I just started, and I brought you in as the first person to start it up with me. So we might likely continue this, and it's very possible that I might also take an episode to your own channel, so that we can
Yeah,
do it on your own channel too. So
let
let's
me
see
know.
how that works for us. But see, yeah, guys, you're welcome, yeah, to this new show. It's called Rival Talk. And you know what? It's with special guest Anfield Rods, man. My brother, season one, episode one. Yeah, see, no other, see, yeah, there's no other credible person, to be very sincere with you, no other credible person to actually start up this show with than you, man, Anfield Rods, because number one, Liverpool FC, big rivals for the title this season. Uh, of course, I would have, I would have done with kind of like maybe a Man City fan. But you know what? Yeah, I'll go with the Liverpool. Yeah, I feel more friendly these days to Liverpool. Yeah, than Manchester City fans. They talk too much, man. They run their mouth too much.
Yeah.
That of course, rightfully so. They should run their mouth, right? Actually, but I prefer Liverpool. I'll prefer to sit side by side with a Liverpool fan than to sit side by side with a Man City fan waffling about. So, see ya, my brother, man. You're welcome to the show. How you doing, man?
I'm good, and you know what? And they like some Man City fans can be like that, but some of them can be cool still. Like Odome. Odome's a cool guy. I regularly have him on my show.
I always have problems with Onome, man.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
He loves to hype up his team, man.
He's a
And he
good
doesn't
kid.
want to know what danger other teams are bringing. He doesn't recognize their own danger. He only recognizes Man City's danger. Rightfully
But you know
so.
what?
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not
Yeah,
saying you shouldn't recognize your own team as a badass team, but I'm just saying give other people, a lookout. The other
yeah,
people
yeah,
going
yeah.
for the title too. So,
I, I get that.
recognize them. I'm not asking for too much. Just respect them.
No. I get that, but I would say in his defense at the day that like Man City are in that place where you can say, well, look, he can puff out chest. They're in that place.
Mm,
But like
mm.
general perspective on him, mate, he's fine. I have him on my show. We talk about sort of like football, have a laugh and that. And there's another guy from Canada that is good as well. I can't remember his bloody name. He lose me. He's all right. So generally, at the day, when you find some Man City fans, the true Man City fans, generally they're all right. But you do get some at the day that sort of like that are way out there.
Yeah. Sometimes they could just rile you up the wrong way. Yeah, it's because of Man City fans. Yeah, I went to cut my hair. Can't see I have a fresh cut.
Right, is that you?
It's
Right, is that
because of
you?
Man City fans. I went to cut my hair off, man.
Is that you going on? That's cut up here now.
This man, yeah.
Yeah, man. Go on, go on,
I
brother.
went to have a fresh cut, man. Cut the hair off, man, because of Man City
You fresh for
fans.
the barbers
You
and
know,
that.
but you know what, yeah, guys, this is a rival show. Shout out to the charts, yeah. Revanite says Rod is a legend. See, look
Nice
at me,
guy.
Revanite, man. I'm not arguing about that. I see, yeah, I'm not gonna take away from the legendary status of my brother here, Rod. Yeah, but again, this is rival talk, so get ready for the rival talk. Deals, how you doing, man? Hope you okay, Deals, man. Deals, just like old times, me, you, man. Deals, I should get you on the show quite often, man. Just like old times, so that we could be able to, have a little bit of of a conversation with the old boys. Me, you, and Rods can actually do something together. Deals, hit my jack, deals, man. Hit my jack, bro. Let's get a talk about something, man. Me, you, and Rods. Let's see what we can do together, man. Rival show. We could pop in. Revanite is down here. It says, "Big up, Tony. Big up to you, Revanite. Thanks, and please make sure you subscribe to the channel and smash the like button." Deals, CFC Deals is also down here, man. Deals, man, that's my brother too, man. Chelsea Football Club says, "Big up, Tony. Big up, Rod. Hope you both bless show, my brothers." Yeah, that's my real, style with these guys. Yeah, big up to you, Deals, man. How are you doing, bro? And congrats, deals, man. Yesterday, me and Rods were also chiming to that. You were able to, for some reason, beat Crystal Palace yesterday. I thought they were going to stop you guys with goals yesterday, but
Nah,
you
that
guys,
was never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
that
Never gonna happen.
Palace
Not with Roy
were
Hodgson there. No,
poor side,
no.
man. But again, we'll delve into all that. But just before we start up the show, shout out to Ellie Does TV. That's my brother too. I went to his channel. He had a very lovely show on Sunday. That Sunday takeout is another thing entirely. Tony, I heard you're not feeling fine or something like that. Tony, get well soon, my brother, man. Get well soon. See ya. And Pain Like Bane. Big ups to you, Pain Like Bane, man. Thanks for showing up to the show today, bro. How you doing? Pain Like Bane. Adama Picture Production. Big ups to you. See, Rods. Just before we delve into Liverpool, Arsenal, whatever, whatnot, the title and whatever, Manchester United have just confirmed Sir Ratcliffe as a 25% uh, 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 share holder of Manchester United. Yeah, they just confirmed it. So firmly, they've of course it's what we already knew already before.
Yeah,
Yeah, but to stop the whole speculation and to come out with a united front, Manchester United have come out with that news that he is a 25% stake holder of Manchester United, and I've already seen different news here has been floating around the space that this guy might host a £1 billion refurbishment of the football club, which would include both infrastructure and also include probably maybe Manchester United in the transfer window doing business once again. We've already seen lots of shake-ups already. A new CEO has just been brought into the football club. I'm hearing from some quarters that he might also bring in a new sporting director. Mind you, since Ed Woodward left the football club, they have no sporting director. So a sporting director might be coming in £1 billion. I'm hearing from external sources that is going to be injected into the football club as a rival. Your biggest rivals is Manchester United. You're a Liverpool fan. What do you think when you hear this kind of news? Yeah, that Ratcliffe is already thinking of splashing the cash, and in a major way. Cristiano Ronaldo came into the football club the second time. He actually talked about the decaying infrastructure in Manchester United. Right now, they have someone who's serious, who's coming in to get to repair the damage that has been done to that football club in terms of infrastructure and also in terms of resources and talking of players or whatnot. To bring Manchester United back to the glory days. What do you think as a major rival to Manchester United? What do you think? And does this scare you a bit? Mostly when it's coinciding with when Klopp is leaving your football club. Is there going to be a change of pattern later on?
no, not in the side. It doesn't worry me in the side because you see what it is at the day, right? Man United having money to spend on players and as such, you say they're gonna have big money. That's never been their problem. That's never really been their problem. Do you know what I mean? Because they bought Casemiro and all those sort of people like that, Varane and so forth. Do you know what I mean? They just like this transfer. The summer transfer window spent 72 million on Rasmus Højlund. Do you know what I mean? So it's never really been their problem. You know what I mean? Liverpool have got something that they haven't got. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's stability with the club.
Yeah.
The situation I'm able to bring up. You know what I mean? I was talking about this yesterday on my show yesterday. Right, we bought up Kwanzaa, Connor Bradley,
Yeah.
Bobby Clark, McDonald. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you go back a season or two, Curtis Jones brought them guys through. Now that in total that day, that's probably saved us millions, literally millions that saved. and all that money that you save could go on to sort of like, you know, either going to other parts of the club or just go on to the next transfer window, so you know they can afford it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Reason why I'm not scared in the day is going to take more than Radcliffe, Jim Radcliffe, what his name is. It's going to take more than him and then day, right, to come into the club to row me with Man United. You're going to take more because the process. No, seriously, when you think about it in the day, right, yeah, all right. If you go back, yeah, and when Jurgen Klopp come in, yeah, Jurgen Klopp come into the club, not many people were scared. It had to be about. It was like 4 years until we would start saying, right, you know what? Look what Liverpool's doing.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they brought in the likes of Mo Salah, Alisson, and all them man there. It was 4 years till the people start to stand up and look at what sort of like Liverpool do. The first season they got back into the Champions League when it was going through teams, you know what I mean? Not doing too bad in the league either, and so forth. That's when people started to look at Liverpool. I started saying, "Ooh, listen, this rock and roll football's not that bad," and this and that. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to take more than that.
Yeah.
It's going to take more than that. It's going to take at least at the day take Man United and they 3 to 4 years to actually sort of like to mold into anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it may not be with this manager they've got now. It may not be, or it may be with the manager now. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? It may not be with this CEO. The CEO might come in and flop. Do you know what I mean? Sporting director might come in and flop. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's all different aspects of like what's happening with Man United now that you can't say it's a certainty. You can never say it's a certainty. Do you know what I mean? Look, they beat Aston Villa the other day, and personally, in the day, when you look at Aston Villa there for the taking. Yeah, Aston Villa there for the taking.
Oh, come on, man! How many teams have beaten Aston Villa at home this season? It's not easy. Have you gone to Aston Villa this season? Have you gone to Aston Villa this season?
Yeah, no. Have we? No, not yet. Not yet.
I don't think so, man.
No, yeah, they've come to us.
Yeah, you have to go to Villa. It's not easy beating Villa. Villa Park.
Listen,
the monsters, down there, man.
Listen, Tony,
it's just one of those games.
Yeah, but starting of the season and then day, it wasn't easy beating Villa. But lately, it has been easy beating Villa. Do you know what I mean? They struggled. They struggled against.
I admit that. Yeah.
They struggled against Sheffield United, for fuck's sake. They struggled against them. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't struggle against them. Not if you're up there and Sheffield United down there. The only team that you're expecting to struggle to Sheffield United is probably Luton or Nottingham Forest. You know what I mean? Or probably Everton.
Probably.
Yeah, probably Everton. You know, those three teams that you think they're going to struggle because Everton not in good form at the moment. Do you know what I mean? They can't even buy a win. Yeah. Sheffield United and they are bottom of the league, propping up. They're going down. You know what I mean, right? And Luton's just above the relegation zone. Do you know what I mean? You know, so that's the only team that you think that they was going to struggle with Sheffield United. Not yet Aston Villa, my friend. Not yet Aston Villa.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
With people like Diaby, Leon Bailey, Pau Torres, and all them man there. Come on now, man. McGinn. You don't struggle against Sheffield. So what I'm trying to say,
man. I feel you.
What I'm trying to say, in the beginning of the season, they were a force in the day, but now, as of late in the day, they're struggling, my friend. And really and truly, all right, you look at Man United. Yeah, the quality of Man United as it is should deal with those teams. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like
definitely.
It's like an Arsenal. If Arsenal went to sort of Villa at the end of the day, right? I know they've beaten you this season, yeah. But if Arsenal went to Villa, you are expecting Arsenal.
Must you chip that in there, bro? Oh,
no, but it's true.
That was a cheeky one, man. That was a cheeky one, man.
No. I'm not. Trust me.
That was a cheeky one, man. But
no. I'm not having.
I get.
No. I'm not having a dig. But I'm not having a dig. But when I say things at the day, I've got to add content to what I'm saying. I can't say it and they all right. I can't say to the when Arsenal played sort of like Villa, they expected to win. If you've lost this season, do you understand what I'm getting at? no matter what the circumstances,
Yeah.
no matter if it's close or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I have to add that context. But on generally, you were thinking, they well, look, and we should take these guys. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Do you know what I mean? You know,
I hear you. I hear you.
so Villa at the end of the day is having a poor sort of like poor form at the end of the day, but yet at the end of the day, you're expecting Man United to beat teams like that. The only teams at the end of the day you're expecting Man United to struggle against is like Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, and probably a Chelsea. Probably a Chelsea. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Do you know what I mean? That's the only team just expecting.
I'm probably a Chelsea. Okay, good. But again, let's digress away from. Let's digress. Let's
I can't
digress
hear
from
you, you know.
Manchester United. Yeah, they're not fighting for the title this season. But again, we'll be looking at the team that they beat also. Just before we jump into Liverpool, Aston Villa. See, is Aston Villa, are they on their way out of the top four? Do you think the center can still hold for Aston Villa this season? You know what? Yeah, earlier in the season they were beating teams, although they still had that their away form. They still left a lot to be desired in their away form, but at home, man.
Yeah.
At home, they're looking toxic at home, smashing out teams and beating up teams. Big up to Football Banter, in the chart. Big up to Drew Gunners in the charts. Oregon Gunner, po. Mama Flossie, the in-house moderator. If you need a trustworthy moderator, Mama Flossie is the person, guys. Lovely person, and she's a true Jordan. She's a Newcastle fan. See, Chic TV, Manchester United fan, and he has his own channel too. Guys, go subscribe to that guy. Great person. Sometimes I just go to his channel to go, to just go. You know what? Yeah, it's not a big channel per se. It's Chic TV. He's a Man United fan.
Yeah, man.
It's not a big channel per se. It's a small channel, but this guy talks sense. Like,
no, I need to get him on.
He really talks and he knows his football. So, I prefer to go to all these little channels, and just go watch them because they really speak the mind of what the fans really are really thinking. All these channels with 30K, 25K. I'm not saying they're not pulling out or churning out good material. I'm just saying, man, that these channels that haven't really gotten there's that hunger. Yeah, that desire to really say and express what the fans are really thinking. Chic TV, go subscribe to that channel, man. You were saying something.
Do you know Hot Fuzz?
Hot Fuzz, yeah, another Manchester United fan.
He's good. You need to link up with him. He's good.
He's good, of course. No. I work with him. He's been to my channel before.
Yeah, he's good.
Hot Fuzz is a good guy. He's been on your channel too, man. He has done something with you.
He's been on it twice. Yeah, he's been on it twice.
Yeah, a couple of times.
He's good.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And of course, he's part of my core community because I have a community with Oregon Gunner, Drew Gunner, Mama Flossie, the Ellie Dawes TV, Jez Collins of the Arsenal history and more, Longhead Yeti. I have this big, huge community with them and football fans too. And Wolfang Division. So I work with those guys. Those guys closely. See, let's look at Aston Villa. They play with Manchester United. They've not been having, of course, their away form leaves something to be desired, but their home form, they always more teams at home. I'm not saying more per se, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, but at home, they're real valiant. They go for the kill at home.
Yeah.
But for some time now, it looks like Villa Park, the bridge or the villa they've built at Villa Park, it seems to be disintegrating little by little. Manchester United went down there and smacked these guys to go to one. I was really hoping for a Manchester United loss, but to my shock and disbelief, Aston Villa bottling it. Does that foreshadow what is going to happen to Aston Villa at the end of the season, Rod?
You know what it is with Aston Villa? I think they peaked too quick. If you understand what I'm saying, they peaked too quick. As you said, Villa Park was sort of like was was a fortress for them. You know what I mean?
You're a fortress, man.
It was a fortress, but then on Sunday and then day it was Sunday was the third game they lost at home. You know what I mean? That's the third home
Yeah.
game they lost. And and
The
and the
last
guy
time they
that
lost that
scored,
home was to Arsenal. That was over a year ago.
yeah, and the guy that sort of like scored a goal, obviously the winning goal was Maguire, for fuck's sake. You know, Maguire. I mean, come on now. But like, you know, it seemed to it
Rod's
seemed
taking a
to
pot. Mm.
nah, but Maguire, everybody knows his shit.
No, come on, man. You should take a
Even the
pop,
United
man.
fans say his shit.
It's Manchester United. You should take a pop. I don't like Manchester United.
No,
You
but
don't like Manchester.
even yeah, but even the own man,
It's the
even their
same.
own fans, and even trust me, even
Yeah,
their own
they don't.
fans,
Of course,
they
they're
they
using
say
stick.
he shouldn't.
Mm,
But like,
mm,
what it is, and they seem to have lost their way a bit. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I had sort of like
yeah.
Villa down to be sort of like winning this and winning that. Do you know, because it's playing some good
Mm,
football. But you know, some teams, it happens for some teams that they in the league and they sometimes they might lose their way. The important thing is that
yeah.
they is to like get back on that horse again and ride. Do you know what I mean? You know,
Mm,
after you get tucked off. But like, I don't know. I think it might be a bit too early to say they're not in a top four race, tight race. Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? But top four race, I think
mm,
you know they could probably still do something top four race. But what they need to do at the end of the day is just pull the finger out. Do you know what I mean? Pull your finger out.
yeah.
Stop playing. You know what I mean? Play like Diaby and sort of like Liam Bailey. Play them together. Do you know what I mean? One on one
Yeah, play
side.
them together. Yeah,
Yeah, one on
exactly.
one side and think that, and you know we'll have it with teams. Do you know what I mean? But I just think at the
Mm,
day Aston Villa like they're going. Um, they're going through a dip at the moment. You know what I mean? That's the only way I could explain
yeah,
it. They're going through a dip at the moment, and hopefully, touch wood, you know, they'll rise again. Do you know what I mean? You know, but
yeah.
I still think they can get top four. I still think they
You
can
should
get
think they
top
can
four.
get top four. But again,
Yeah,
this deep that they just got into right now, yeah, this deep, yeah. Arsenal, let's don't forget, Arsenal went through a dip. Yeah, we went through 7 games with just one win in 7 games.
yeah,
Liverpool is the only team that haven't really gone into a dip per
yeah,
se.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
agree with
of
that.
course. I don't want to count the Arsenal game as a dip. I'll just call it a blip a blip in the matrix. Yeah,
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
because
I get you.
after that, you guys went on to win a game, and
Mm.
so it's not really a dip. When I'm talking about a dip, I'm talking of 5 games without a win, maybe
Yes,
4
yes,
draws or something like that. Yeah,
yes, yes.
Arsenal went through that. There was a time Man City have gone through that, and right now you can see what's going on with Man City. That
Yeah,
run have started already. The same thing with Arsenal too. Bounce back from that 7 game without a win, and also right now with 4 games with all wins, no draws.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think this is just a blip and a glitch in the matrix for Aston Villa? Do you think this point they're dropping right now and it's just maybe a glitch for now? In the next game, they might come out smoking and go on a big run to just end the season entirely and get top 4 this season?
I think so because if you look at Aston Villa, yeah, look at Aston Villa and they're too much of a good team and they to sort of like lose out and everything. You know what I mean? That they want because they play some good
Mm,
football. You know what
mm,
I mean? And Aston Villa itself, if you look at Aston Villa club, you know what I mean, as a club, they have got heritage. Do you know what I mean? They have got heritage. Do you know what I mean? They
yeah,
know what it's like.
yeah,
They know what it's like to be relegated and you know and come back. Do you know what I mean? And I think they've got too much gooder
yeah,
players, too much of a good manager in the day, right? To actually sort of like just
yeah.
drop out of everything.
I
You know
rate
what I mean?
Emery. I really, really
Yeah.
rate Emery.
Yes, yeah. Do you know what I mean? They got too much of like goodness about them to
Mm,
drop out of everything. And
mm,
I think at the end of the day, I think
yeah,
you know every team at the end of the day, right? Every team like in the that's been in the Premiership or either in the Premiership go through this dip in form. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Where certain times at the
yeah.
day, right? Everything that you're trying just don't go right. You know what I mean? You're
Mm,
passing, you're scoring, you know what I mean? You're tackling or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Your gameplay just doesn't
mm,
go right. Do you know what I mean? Everybody
yeah,
has that sort of like dipping form. What is remarkable for a team at the day is how you come out of that. You
How
understand
you
me?
come out of that.
How you come out of
Your
that. And I,
response. How do you respond
yes,
to, you know,
yes, I
yeah,
do
yeah,
think
to that dip. Yeah.
I do feel at the end of the day when you look at Aston Villa, I do feel at the end of the day there's not many teams at the end of the day in this sort of like in the Premiership that can bounce back. You
Shout
can
out to
talk
Carl
about
Rossi. Shout out to, I'm sorry, Rod. Shout out to Carl Rossi in the chat. It says, Evening, Tony and Uncle Rod. Carl
big up
Rossi
man,
is a member extraordinaire of this channel. You know, big
big
ups
up man,
to
big up.
Carl Rossi. Big guy. He dashed out 10 memberships to my subscribers yesterday, man. Top guy, Carl Rossi, man. And I really do respect him. And again, he knows ball. He doesn't have a channel, but he knows ball. I wish he would
Yeah,
have a channel. I'll be there to do shows with him, man. You know, because all these guys, in fact, the guys that know football, yeah, most of them don't even have channels.
mm,
Actually, but Karossi, man, if you start something, man, I'll be there to help you out too and come on shows to your channel, man. So just try and get something up. By the way, I like what Drew Gunner did for you. Guys, in case you don't know Drew Gunners, Rod, we have a guy in our community. His name is Drew Gunners Gaming. He does lots of good graphics. So in case you're
okay.
interested, you know, yeah, you could give Drew Gunners, you know, a shout. You know,
Oh,
he has
thanks.
been
Yeah, yeah,
making
yeah.
quite good graphics for some of the guys in the community. Shout out to you, yeah. See, Rod, good and okay. This Aston Villa guys in the chat, yeah. Do you really think Aston Villa is gonna get top four this season? Please just write it down. You know, smash the likes up, and also tell us in the chat, yeah, if you really think that Aston Villa is gonna make top four this season. Uh, Rod, is Aston Villa gonna make top four this season? Are they gonna beat Tottenham Hotspurs in that position? I see you
That's
thinking
it.
now.
No, I'm thinking, but I'm
I see
thinking,
you
and
thinking now.
I'm trying to give other teams at the day.
Very rare before you see Rod think, man. It's
No, you
usually
have
a
to think, innit? You
supercomputer.
have to,
When
man.
you
You have
ask
to.
him, it just brings out the answers. But I cool down the plates. Cool down the plates. Cool down the plates for
Yeah,
me.
but you know what it is. Sometimes you have to ponder certain things at the day, and
Yeah, man.
I'm just thinking of the top four how it stands. Top four how it stands. You
Mm,
know what I mean? You know, Arsenal's going to be in there. Liverpool's going to be in there. Man City's going to be in there, right? So that's three
mm.
places gone. Does Aston Villa get this sort of like the fourth spot? I think they do. I
You
think they
think they
just
do?
beat.
At the
I think they
expense of who? At the expense of who?
Spurs.
At the expense of sports.
Yeah, Spurs.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Spurs. 'Cause remember at the
Okay.
day, Spurs has got this new
So you
Spurs.
mean if wait, Rod. So you mean even if Madders is back, Van der Vern is back, Udogi is still down there as a fullback, Richarlison scoring goals for fun. So
Remember,
you
remember
think
the day. Remember the day.
you don't think they would make top four even with that
Remember the
team?
day. Yeah, but remember you got to remember as well. Right? Aston Villa's got some ballers as well. They've got
Hmm.
some ballers as well. Douglas
They've
Ruiz,
got some
right?
balls too. Yeah,
Douglas
that's true.
Ruiz. What's it? Pau Torres. They've got
Yeah,
Diaby.
man.
They've got
Douglas Luiz is
they've got
also down there.
McGinn. They've got
Diaby
McGinn. Ollie
also
Watkins.
down there.
Ollie Watkins. They've got what's it that Liam Bailey. They've got some ballers as well.
They got
I
some
remember.
ballers playing ball
Remember
down
as well,
there, man.
Tony. Remember as well, it wasn't so long at the day, right? That sort of
Mm.
like Ollie Watkins at the day. This is what I'm talking about tipping form. It wasn't so long that Ollie Watkins at the day was scoring goals for fun. Scoring goals for fun, they were scoring goals for fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I don't
I
suppose that
agree.
they can write off Aston Villa as of yet. Yes, at the day they've had a poor runner from as of late. Chelsea's beat them in the cup. And they lost the other day to Man United in the league. And you know what I mean? They've had some poor running form, but listen, teams like Aston Villa can peak at any time. They can
At
literally
any
peak at
time,
any
yeah,
time.
exactly.
And then once they peak, it's problems, It is
Yeah,
problems.
exactly. Mostly when their home ground is a fortress. I'm usually scared about teams that make their home a fortress. it's actually very difficult for teams to go down there, and get a point or something like that.
Yes,
They
yes, yes,
understand
yes.
how to win when it comes to Villa Park. And that's why I'm happy, because the rivals we'll be getting into in the next topic is going down there later on the season. Liverpool Football Club should be going back down to that ground. Rod,
Yeah.
that'll be a difficult one, yeah. Are you afraid of that game if it comes up soon?
Not really, because I think by that time we'll have Mo Salah back, and we'll have Mo Salah
Back.
back, and we'll have Sabozlai back and stuff. So we literally be fighting on full strength. So I'm not worried. Saying that, I'm not
Mm,
saying that you know, a defeat can't happen, because anything can happen. But like,
mm,
I'm confident in the day. Um, I'm confident with Liverpool at the day, when they're on their game, they can beat anyone when they're on their game. Do you know what I mean? It's
mm,
just at the day,
mm.
sort of like, when you play Villa, are you going to be on your game? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't see Villa beating us at the end of the day, at their home ground, because Jurgen Klopp at the end of the day, yeah, he's got quite a good he's got quite a good record against Unai Emery. You know what I mean? Apart from like once or twice, because he beat us in the UEFA Cup, didn't he? When he was with Seville, he beat us in there, and and then I think that's it. I think that's it. I think he's only beaten us in
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
well, yeah,
let's see.
yeah, with Seville.
Let's see.
He's only
I'm
yeah,
not so sure about Aston Villa. The reason why I'm not so sure about Aston Villa is because of their away form. They're dreadful away in a way.
yeah, but
They're not
it's a
such a they're not such a fearful team away from home. In their home, they have no problem, but away from home, I do think they will struggle this season. Yeah, and
mm,
again, I still do think that you need more squad depth to be able to clinch that. And for some reason, I think Tottenham Hotspurs have more squad depth in a way.
do you think so?
And yeah, I think so, man. Because you see, yeah, during when Tottenham Hotspurs had their own meltdown, yeah, and they had their own glitch, yeah. Mind you, they were without Maddis, they were without Madison, they were without Van der Ven, they were without Udogi at a certain time. Yeah, Richarlison had to come in. Emerson Royale had to come in the heart of the defense, even at the time. But again, they did have people to come in from the bench to help them out.
Mm.
Hobert was coming from the bench. Bentancur was coming from the bench. So they did have people who could come in. Where Aston Villa, who's going to come in?
No, I'm sure
You
that's
know,
okay.
if something happens to Leon Bailey, who will you bring in right
Yeah, but
now?
remember the day.
Like for like replacement.
Remember the day with Spurs. Remember the day with Spurs. Yeah, what you got to remember, when obviously there was players at the day that he said
Mm.
was out, and they brought other players in. Remember the day, their results wasn't that good, even when they brought those players, their results that good.
Mm.
And another thing you got to remember the day, yeah, they've still got to come to Anfield. Spurs have still got to come to
Yeah, they
Anfield.
still have to come to Anfield.
It's just
Yeah,
come to
yeah, sure,
Now
sure.
you look at the big up car. You look at what happened at the day when we went to their ground and for that. Everybody and their dog and their cat knows that the day Liverpool got robbed down at Spurs ground. Everybody knows that. Yeah, right. I was
But
speaking
you
to a
got
guy the other
beaten,
day.
man.
Yeah, no, we lost the game. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean. He's like with Newcastle. You lot lost the game and for that, but it's not the fact that you lot didn't get robbed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
still lost
sure,
the
sure,
game.
definitely.
He still lost the
Yeah,
game because that ball was
yeah.
out. Simple as that. That
Mm,
ball was
mm.
out. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
So when you look at it, you look at sort of like
Mm,
that now and then day, right? And you think to yourself, well, look, I speak to this guy the other day when I was at work, and
yeah.
he's a Tottenham fan, and he even jokes to me, he goes, "Yeah, we robbed you that day, We robbed you." He said it
It
himself.
was a pure robbery. It
Yes,
was
he
a
said it.
pure robbery, man.
Guy,
That
I
was a
quote,
robbery, man.
yeah, I
It
quote
was
what
a
he said.
robbery. I have to
He
say the
said,
truth, man. It was a robbery, man.
I
That
quote the
was a
guy what he
daylight
said.
robbery.
Trust me, I quote the guy what he said, right? From word to word, he goes, "Brethren, I ain't gonna lie, but we robbed you that day. We robbed you." That's what he said to me, and he
That
was
was a
feeling it.
robbery, bro.
So what I'm saying that day, right, is that you
Mm,
take that all into hand, and then thinking that, well, you still got to come to Anfield. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So then at the end of the day,
Yeah.
so like probably the advantage will probably be at the end of the day when it comes to like Aston Villa, what they be thinking. Well, they have got to go to Anfield, but we've already been to Anfield. You know what I mean? So like they've got to come
Yeah.
to us now. So hopefully we can give them a better game at the day at Anfield
Mm,
and sneak that top four. Do you know what I mean? Whether it happen is
yeah.
a different matter. But I think for me, if you're talking about favourites for
Mm,
top four and they right, you know, and it's out
mm.
of like Aston Villa and out of sort of like Tottenham, I'd have to say Aston Villa. I just think at the day that Unai Emery has got more experience in the day, excuse me, in getting teams over the line. Do you know what I mean? That's why I
Over the
couldn't.
line.
Yeah, that's why I
Okay.
couldn't understand. I couldn't understand why um, Arsenal got rid of Unai Emery. Because I think Unai Emery is a good manager. He's a very, very
He's a
good
good
manager.
manager. I really
Yeah,
liked
I
him.
rate him highly.
I really liked him. I just think that he lost the dressing room, number one. I think the board didn't really fancy him. He had problems with English. He was dating two women at the same time. You know, all
See,
these
they
things. Yeah,
turn on.
he was dating two English women at the same
But
time.
it
Yeah,
wasn't jealous, you know.
it takes his toll, man. I'm sorry, bro. It takes his toll. It takes its toll. You know, people trolling him, telling
What
him
you
good
saying is
evening.
dating two women
Even
at one time.
Arsenal fans telling him good evening. You know, it's. I mean, it takes its toll. Yeah, you
That's
know,
what to
you
happen, though, isn't it? Having two women, isn't it?
exactly. It takes its toll. It takes its toll. So he just had to leave the football club, run back to Spain, get a breather, you know, get into 1-2 games, win a couple of European League titles, and you know, and bounce back. You know,
You
so
don't want two wives, then.
see,
You
man,
don't want two wives.
trust me, taking that Arsenal job is a big it's a big worry on its own. He had to deal with it with two women.
Tony, Tony, do you want
I'm
two wives?
serious.
You
It
want
came
two
out on
wives?
Daily Mail. It was. I'm sitting with two women. It
You want
was
two wives?
exclusive
You want
news.
two wives?
No, but I will bring you. I will bring you a wife from Nigeria.
Yeah.
I, pro-
I hear what you're.
I
I hear what
promise you
you're.
that one.
I hear
I
what you're
promise
saying,
you
but
that one.
I hear what you're saying, but I just think at the day that sort of like what it is at the day is with Unai
Mm,
Emery. This is my this is my just my opinion. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
think with Unai Emery, I think Arsenal could have gave a bit more time. Do you know what I mean?
a bit more. Yeah, exactly, exactly. See, Rod, let's go into Liverpool, man, because I have a show after this also with Josh True Gunner. That's another lovely person too.
I'll
He's an
tune into that
Arsenal
one.
fan. See, Rod, Liverpool, you faced Burnley in your last matchup. You know, you smack those little boys, yeah. That's what Liverpool do. You know, you always have the cojones, yeah, to smack these
Mm.
youngins, yeah, to smack these people, you know, that can't stand up to you. You're the typical
Well,
stereotypical bully, yeah. You guys are
playground
the
bully,
stereotypical bully.
playground bully, innit?
You know, because
That's what you want to
I
say,
never saw that
playground
bully.
bully.
I never saw.
That's what you want to say. Too lie. You
I,
want to
ne-
say what
I
playground bully
never saw.
is?
I, ne- I
I know.
never saw that
I
bully.
got your card,
You
man.
know,
I
I
got
didn't
your
see this
card
bully
marked.
antics. Yeah, when you came to the Emirates, you know, where you would have, you know, gone fire for fire, toe to toe. You know, with a like for like big wig like you, but instead you decided to, you know, show those cojones to Burnley. But again, would you say Burnley poor side, or would you say Liverpool excellent side? Like, what are the thin lines in that game? And
Mm.
Diego Jota again, and again Nunes getting at the end of a goal. And see, there's a big importance for Nunes scoring in that game against Burnley. Yeah, mind you, chance after chance after chance after chance again. He has managed to score his 12th goal of the season. Yeah,
Mm.
8 in the league, and I think 3 goals to Europe. You know, but again,
Yeah,
his
yeah. No,
campaign
no
has been
competition.
a
No
little bit
competition.
okay. It's not bad. He throws away chances. Yeah, I do understand that. But come on, man. He's getting at the end of some
Mm.
goals.
I've
Maybe
also,
not as prolific as he should be normally, but he's getting at the end of goals. Liverpool 3, Burnley 1.
I've always rated Darwin Núñez. I mean, the difference between like the game we played against you lot at the
Yeah.
Emirates and then the game against on Burnley is that we never turned up against you lot. We never
Yeah.
turned up, and you cannot afford to do it against any team, not just
Yeah.
Arsenal. Any team we cannot afford to turn up because
Any team.
yeah, any team. We didn't turn up, and then and at the end of the day, I ain't gonna take nothing away from Arsenal. You took advantage of that, got the 3 points. Away we go. Do you know what I mean? Because that's something in the day that all like Liverpool would have done to any other team. Any other team play any other team, and they don't turn up. We're taking those 3 points, and away we go. Do you know what I mean? But what it wasn't in the day on the Burnley game in the day, we turned up, and that's what I was saying before in the day about sort of like sometimes in the day Liverpool. They don't turn up for games, you know what I mean? Or sometimes they do turn up for games and get the victory. So what it is, and they certain when you look at the games overall till now, up until now, you could say it, and we've turned up more times than we haven't. Do you know what I mean? You know, and
I
it was
agree.
just a factor. And the day that we didn't turn up, we got found out, and you took the points. Fair play to you. Do you know what I mean? So when you play teams like Burnley in the day, which are sort of like the teams that that's in relegation and they're scrapping for their life, and that you have to be on your board. You have to turn up. Do you know what I mean? Because the same day I do stewarding, and the same day I was doing the stewarding for Luton versus Sheffield United,
Oh,
Now,
okay.
previous Boxing Day, Luton went up to Sheffield and they beat them on Boxing Day, right? This on Saturday just gone, they got beaten 3-1. They just didn't turn up. They just didn't turn up.
Wow.
And the goal that they got was a penalty. The goal that they got was a penalty. So like, but then obviously later on, Sheffield United's gone back up the other end and scored their third goal, and that was it, 3-1. Do you know what I mean? You know, you have to when you're in the Premiership and like the Premiership. I know it's physically demanding. I know it's mentally demanding, but you have to turn up for every game. Do you know what I mean?
You have to turn up, but in the first 20 minutes, Burnley came out smoking, like they came out toe to toe with Liverpool. Although we knew that definitely they'll lose at the end of the day, but they came out toe to toe against you guys,
keep
man.
it up. They could, you know, what I mean, you know what it is today.
Shout out to Endsman TV. Endsman TV, how are you doing, man? You came to bless us up. Big up to you, Endsman TV. Endsman TV, is good to see you have a little bit of humility. Yeah, after that Arsenal humbling, my brother. Big up to you, you know. Big up to
don't make
you.
Endsman
I hope I come down to your channel, man. Guys, watch out. Me and Endsman will be working, you know, also in the coming seasons and in the coming weeks. You know, I'll be doing a couple of shows with Endsman TV. You know, me and him have had a chat too, and of course, that's why you always be seeing me and Anfield Rods also. Most of the time too, the same way. You know, I have a good understanding with these Liverpool fans, but Man City, I have a problem with those guys, Big up to you, Endsman. Big up to you, Endsman. Endsman's still our guy. He's humble everywhere. He's eating the humble pie, and he's he's no more talking that tough again. He's just a little bit calm, not saying it with chest again, but
but you know what it is.
Still our guy. Shout out to Endsman TV, man. Love that guy, man.
You know what it is.
Person.
You know what it is. You know what it is in days. It's like you can't not turn up to any team in the league. You know what I mean? You have to turn up, and it's physically demanding mental, but you have to turn up. So what it is at the day, sort of like on Saturday, what you saw at the day was a switched on sort of like Liverpool. Yes, at the day, sort of like when Burnley come out, they tried to match us toe to toe for 20 minutes. But what is it in day when you come up against teams like Liverpool and you come up against teams like Man City, not so much Man United, but like Arsenal and that, and you come out, you want to match them toe to toe, you have to do that for 90 minutes and beyond. You can't do it for 20 minutes. And Liverpool knew it. I'm saying Liverpool knew it.
But Rod, where will you put your title chances right now? You could see Arsenal. We'll be going to the Arsenal game later on, just before we end the show. But again, you can see Arsenal is on the chase. Man City have already started that run. You see that, that mythical run we've always been talking about. City they've already started that run. And it
They
might
still
get
got to
to
come to
10,
Anfield.
15 games. Only God knows. Rod, do you think you have what it takes to take you over the
You know
line
what,
with this one?
Tony, I'll say to you what I said before, and what I said to other people before, and other before. When like, if you're head top of the league, yeah, January and February,
Mm,
you've got
mm,
hope. That's
mm.
what you got. You got hope, yeah. When it comes to
Yeah,
April and May, and you're still at the top of the league, it becomes belief. It only comes belief at the end of the day
it becomes
when it
belief.
comes to
Yeah,
sort of like April time and that, and you still maintain that either 2 points or maybe 3 points. You understand what I'm saying? You're still maintaining that.
yeah,
That's when it comes belief, and then. But at the moment of the day, it's like at the moment of the day, the way I see it is like how I saw it at the beginning of the season. Hope. You know what I mean? Hope that we can do
mm,
this. Hope that we can do that. Enough of that. Because remember today, when you look at Man City, they've still got to come to Anfield. Yeah, they've still got to come to Anfield.
yeah,
They've still got to play you lot as
yeah,
well.
definitely.
They still got to play you
Hmm.
lot as well. You know what I mean? So there
No,
are,
no, no, no. We're finished with Liverpool. We have nothing to do with Liverpool this season.
no. Man
We're finished
City,
with Liverpool.
Man City, Man
Oh, Man
City.
City. Okay, okay,
Yeah, Man City,
okay.
Man City.
Yeah, you two can kill yourselves. You two
Yeah,
can kill each other at Anfield.
no,
No
we see
problem,
that's
man.
it. Man City, and they have still got to
Mm.
play you. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
sure, sure.
Um, Liverpool have still got to play Man City, and they on March the 8th at Anfield. And you know what happens at
Yeah.
Anfield? They don't do too well at Anfield. You know what I mean?
They don't do
You
too
know,
well at Anfield.
right, right.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
As
a
we
bit of
don't
a
really,
banana skin, isn't it?
right, as it's a bit of the banana skin at the day for us at the Etihad. Do you know what I mean? You
At the
know,
80 yeah.
right. So we've
Mm.
got the Etihad game out of the way. So really and truly, and day, right? One can only speculate, and one can only start saying, "Well, boy, we might be to do something end of March." Do you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Yeah, end of March.
Yeah,
Because for what could happen? Scenario, what could happen? They can come to Anfield, and we can beat them at Anfield. They can go and play you lot. I think they have to come to the Etihad, don't they? Yeah, they have to come to the Etihad.
yeah. We have to go to the Etihad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they can come.
it's gonna
Right,
be
they
a
can come.
tense one, man.
Arsenal could come to Etihad, and Arsenal could let's look at the worst case scenario. Arsenal could draw against Man City.
Okay.
Yeah, right. That's 4 points they dropped
Mhm.
already. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's all different
Yeah,
scenarios that can
yeah,
happen. You know, I know, and then
yeah.
they expected, and then we kind of like, we expected from Man City that they're going this uh, mystical run, and they
On this
mystical
run and just got
run.
on the league, yeah.
But
Mm.
what is different? What people got to realize, what is different than they, right? Yeah, some of the players that
Mm.
they had last season and the season before that, where they can go on this run, they're not there anymore. Gundogan's not there. Yeah,
Mm.
Mahrez is not there. Cause remember that name,
Yeah,
Mahrez that they used to finish a
yeah,
lot of
yeah, yeah,
games.
yeah,
Yeah? Used to finish
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
games.
Sure,
What's the
sure.
guy's name? God, that guy
Big
from Aston.
ups, Gene Kazama, man. Great
Yeah,
guy.
what's that guy from Aston Villa's name? They got one guy for Aston Villa that they bought from Aston. Grealish in there. Jack Grealish.
Oh, Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
can hardly get a game. He can hardly
He's
get
in
a
the
game,
bench these days. Yeah, they prefer Doku
right?
to Grealish.
Sterling,
Yeah,
Sterling is gone. He went to Chelsea. Do you know what I
Sterling
mean?
is gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they
Yeah.
haven't really.
Mm.
Sterling's gone. What's my boy's name? Uh, Jesus is at your club. Do you know what I mean? So
Jesus
all
is
these
at my
players,
club.
yeah, all these players at the day that can literally, finish off games, and what I mean, that you bring in the latter half of
Yeah,
the season,
yeah.
they're
Get
not
them
there
over the
anymore.
line. Yeah, yeah. Go on a
They're not there
stretch. Go
anymore.
on a
So,
long run stretch. Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. I get
I'm
that.
not
I
saying.
get that.
I'm not
They
saying that
even
they
struggled in that game against Everton. It was Haaland
exactly,
that was just the defining
exactly,
factor.
exactly. I'm
Remove
not saying they
Haaland of
can't
the
do it.
equation.
Yeah.
They literally struggled in that
They
game for
struggled, mate.
goals.
Remember, it was 0-0. It was 0-0 at half time.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
was
saying that.
0-0.
Yeah,
I was even
I,
thinking that Everton would just, that,
I
I,
thought
I
Everton
don't
was
know,
gonna.
man.
I thought Everton was
Everton is
gonna
a
nick it.
poor side, man.
I
I
thought
was
Everton was
thinking they
gonna nick
would
it
at least
home.
take something from that game.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna get. But remember, at the end of the day, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it in day, right? That Man City can't do it, can't go on this run and they and win the title. I'm not saying that. But what I'm trying to say is that
They
do not.
can.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that do not expect the same results. So you may
The
turn
same
out.
result.
Yeah, so it may turn out that they might not win the title because they cannot get the same results as sort of like as they do. The two important games, I'm telling you, the most two important games coming up at the end of the day, right? It's gonna be Liverpool and Arsenal. Yeah, let's see what they do in those two games. Let's see.
Let's see what they do in those games. But again, when we're talking about Liverpool, shout out to Ellie Does TV. Go subscribe to that channel, top guy. Rod. See, this is where I have my fear with Liverpool as a rival. Yeah, Liverpool still have all this kind of like banana skin kind of teams to play. You still have Aston Villa to play. Yeah, you still have those guys to play. Yeah, and you have to go to Villa Park. These are one of those, banana skin kind of games you have to play. You have to dig deep to win those kind of games. Tottenham Hotspurs will be coming into town. Arsenal also have Tottenham Hotspurs. I still think these are very, very tricky games at the end of the day. You still have to play very, very tricky games like Luton. Mind you, you drew against Luton, in your first game. All these teams, yeah. And again, mostly when they're trying to get out of that relegation circles, yeah, you'll be meeting these teams. Nottingham Forest, you have to meet them later on. You also have to meet Luton. They're trying to get out from relegation.
They're not on it. They're out of relegation,
right? It might get sticky at that point, and you tend to meet those guys towards the end of the season. And I'm sorry, man, it might be rough, man. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you wouldn't win them. I'm just saying it might be rough. Because you drop points against Brighton this season. You drop points against Luton this season, and those teams you're yet to play them for the second time, and they're fighting a relegation battle. So I think that might be a very tricky one when it comes up.
What I would say in respect to Luton, when Liverpool go down to Luton, yeah, it's usually tricky. Do you know what I mean? But it's like when they come to Anfield, that's when they get like murdered. That's when they get like annihilated. Because I remember there was an FA Cup game, FA Cup, and this is when there was is that non-league? No, there was in League One or something. League One there was in League One, and we played them, and it was 0-0 draw. Yeah. In the replay, they came to sort of like Anfield, and they got battered 5-0. Do you know what I mean? Didn't even get a look at. So I'm not really worried so much as some of those teams, because I think at the end of the day we've got the capability at the end of the day to beat these teams like Luton, and we've got the capability at the end of the day of going to sort of like Aston Villa and playing with Aston Villa and winning there. We've got the capability, yeah, and all other teams like Nottingham Forest and so forth. You know what I mean? We've got the capability. We've got the capability of doing that. But I'm not saying
it. Everton and Manchester United, your fiercest rivals, to play them, and Manchester United are looking good. So there's lots of games, that
Everton and they will park up Everton. You know what I mean? Yeah, right.
But again, it's a relegation battle for Everton.
Yeah, but we part them.
It's a relegation battle for Everton, man.
I know, but
they'll be fighting for their lives, and again, there's an extra rivalry.
You got them soon as well.
Merseyside derby.
You got them soon as well.
I don't have a Merseyside derby. You have a Merseyside derby.
Yeah, but you've got them
derby for you.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, Tony,
there's an extra motivation against you. That's what I'm saying.
Let me show you something in the day, right? With Arsenal and Everton in the day, is more of a potential banana skin, because you don't do well against Everton away certain times. Do you know what I'm saying?
I've played them away, and I won them away. I won them away.
Run away.
I won them away. So they're coming home. I always smashed them.
Tony, that was your first away win with Everton for a while. That's what I'm trying to say.
But right, anyway, so I faced them.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say in the day, what I'm trying to say to you in the day, right? Potentially in the day, Everton in the day is more of a bogey team in the day, right? For you lot than what it is for us. Because look
I
at all the
agree.
if you
I
look at all
totally
the
agree.
results and look at all results that day we had over Everton and then look at when they had that guy, what's his name?
No, you've always been smashing Everton. That's not.
Yeah.
But I'm just
You know
saying
what?
that this might be different because they're fighting relegation, and there's an extra motivation because it's a Merseyside derby. So it's going to be 2-in-1. They're going to be fighting you for their lives, for their
Yeah,
livelihoods, for their
and that's where they
families,
could be.
to
Listen,
feed, to be
that's where they could be
to be
more
in the league,
vulnerable.
and they're also going to be fighting you for Herner. It's a Merseyside derby.
Yeah, but that's where they
As
could.
for me,
That's where they could be more vulnerable.
it's
Tony, Tony,
no, for
Tony,
me, I
Tony.
have nothing to fight with these guys. We're
You
not
know
in
what
the
I'm trying to say,
derby. I
Tony,
have no
Tony,
problem beating everything at home. It's not a
yeah,
problem
hold
for
on, hold on,
me. It's
Tony.
a problem for you
No,
because it's a
it's not a
thing of
problem for
pride
us.
for them to beat you in
No,
the
no, 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 it's not a
Merseyside
problem for
derby,
us.
and they're fighting for
Trust
their
me.
lives. It's extra
No, it's not a problem
motivation.
for us. You know what it is? You know what it is, Tony, yeah? What I'm trying to explain to you today, right? It seems that they've got all these things that are against them today, right? Yeah, right. That's when this
Yeah,
is when they leave themselves more vulnerable. They leave themselves more vulnerable. Because what's gonna happen and what's gonna happen, they're gonna think, well, at the end of the day, Mazda Derby, we need to win. Where we want to get out of relegation, we need to win. Yeah? They're gonna come
mm,
to the Liverpool's gonna come down there and gonna say, right, you know what? We need to go gun ho. We need to go no. And that's when sort of like Liverpool and they will pick them off, pick them off, pick them off, pick them off. You know what I
okay,
mean? Pick them up. Do you understand
I
what I'm
hear
getting at?
you.
So potentially at
I
the day,
hear you.
potentially in the day, sort of like, when you look at like, oh, all right, you know what I mean, what they've got going for them at the moment, yes, and in the day, I do agree with you. It's an extra motivation for them to actually sort of like try and
Mm,
get a result. But and that can also be at the end of the day a hindrance for them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then when sort of like people like
yeah.
Jay Gototta and then they start get for the ball and start pop off them goal of them thing there. General, what are you saying, brother? You know what I mean? But you know what it is at
Shout
the
out
day,
to Anthony Herbert
even
who's
my,
down there. Ravi, your questions. I'm sorry, man. Today it might be a little bit hard because I have another show coming up in the next 5 minutes. See, Rods, yeah, Arsenal Football Club, hot on your chase. The big West, bro. See,
they
Rods,
mash up West Ham
Rods,
blood. What
take
are you
it
talking
in.
about? Say it
Rods,
with chest,
take
man.
it
Say it with
in.
chest. What happened to you? Say it
Take
with pop
it
off your
in.
chest, man.
Arsenal smash.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to
Brother.
hear.
They
That's
smash.
what I want to hear. God damn it. That's what I want to hear.
They smashed West Ham United, drove the little sound boys away from the park,
No, they
man.
fucked them up.
See, man, it felt good. drove the
They
sound
fucked
boys
them
away,
up.
man.
Listen, blood.
Little sound boy.
Yeah, you know what it is, Tony, yeah? You know what it is, Tony? I thought to
Little
myself, right?
sound boy.
You know what it is,
Yeah.
Tony? This is what I thought, right? This is what I thought, right? I thought, you know what, and then West Ham's beaten Arsenal twice this season, yeah? Right? I thought, you know what, and
Yeah.
then West Ham could get something out of this and from that. So I looked at my phone and found it was 0-0. I said, yeah, cool. So I had to go into town. Yeah, so I couldn't actually listen or watch the game, yeah? So in town, just before I got in town, I looked at my phone and I think, no, yeah? And it was 71 minutes gone in the year, and it was 6-0. I thought, fuck it.
This is a good time to play. Why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running? West Ham, why are you running?
Oh, stop it. Tony, stop it, man. I'm
Jim
hot, man. Stop it.
Kazama says West Ham got second side. Man, it was
Oh,
a
yo, they
baptism
got,
of fire.
listen,
The baptized
they got some
fire.
licks.
6 goals to 0. See, Rods, just before we go, the final question. Are you beginning to see Arsenal as a genuine title contender?
Listen, if you're
In the grand scheme of things,
when they third
you know
place,
what? Yeah, at the start of the season, I remembered you said Arsenal wasn't going to get top 4 this season. But you know what? Yeah, that's
no, I
for
never
the
said
next
that.
rival show.
It's a blood
That's for the
clot,
next
man.
rival show between you and me.
I didn't say that.
That's a separate.
That,
See, look
I didn't
at
that,
this big sound boy.
I
Big
didn't
sound
say
boy.
that.
The little sound boy.
You're too lying, you know. You're a liar, you know. Or liar. You're too blood clot. You're too lying. I never said that, you know. You know what it is, Tony? You know what it is, Tony, right? You're in third place. You're in third place. I feel like there you got a good chance of it.
Yeah.
Good chance of any.
At par with Man City right now.
You got a good chance of any. Do you know what I mean? You got a good chance of it. If you're in that top 4 at the end of the day, right? And it's obviously February now, you know what I mean? And you still got like obviously 2 months to go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's about 2 months, 2.5 months.
Yeah.
And you still got that period to go. Of course you're in with a shout. Of course you're in with a shout. You know what I say?
Rod.
Everybody in the top 4 has got a shout in the day of winning time.
Definitely. Rod, please shout out your channel. Guys, don't go anywhere. The next show starts immediately after this. Yeah, back-to-back 1-hour shows with hard hitters. I just gave you Anfield Rods from Liverpool. The next one is with Josh True Gunner. It's coming down here. In fact, he's already waiting for me in the studio. Don't go away. Don't go away. Join me on the next stream with Josh Gunner. We're talking about Arsenal. Guys, you know it. Me and Josh will bring the heat. We'll talk Arsenal. It's here, guys. It's a game changer. Me and Josh will be fighting live today. But we might still be smiling. You know, we just won against West Ham. So just come and see me and Josh True Gunner having a Titan kind of talk today on Real Talk. Catch me immediately after this show. Don't go away. Rod, shout out your channel, my brother, man.
Listen, first and foremost, I appreciate you for inviting me on the channel. I appreciate you. I've loved every minute of it. It's been great.
We'll go a long way, Rod. We'll go a long way.
Yeah. Listen, it's from way back when, man. Way back when. And it ain't changed from back then till now. Ain't changed.
Ain't changed.
Listen, you can find me on...
unless when you play Why Are You Running? Unless when you play Why Are You Running on your chat.
I know it. I got to be quick because obviously my friend's got another show. He's got another show. So listen, you can find me on Anfield Uncle Rods on YouTube, Anfield Uncle Rods on Instagram, and the same on Twitter. Come and join me. Get guys like this on there. Tony's on there. I got Jimmy Spliff on there. I got the whole host of people that come on my show. Do you know what I mean? So come in, show some vibe, catch the vibe, and everything that we talk about everything about football. Do you know what I mean? But once again, Tony, listen, thank you for letting me come on your show today. You hit me up early, and I said, yeah, I'm there. So respect to you and respect to all.
Always there. I'm always there for you too, bro.
No, you're always there
for you too.
Yeah, respect to all the Arsenal family as well, man. Respect to all the Arsenal family as well.
Yeah,
so big up, love, and respect. With that, I'm out. Take care.
Guys, go and subscribe to Anfield Rod channel. He's a Liverpool fan, but he understands a whole lot about football. Go and subscribe to that channel right now. Guys, join me with Josh Gunner in the next live stream right now. Just catch us there right now. See you soon in about a minute. I'll join you for that one. Please join me up for that one. Yeah, guys. See you soon.